Oh, what did you think of Alexa and Charlotte? Speaking of Charlotte.
Right. I was surprised at the lack of spooky,
Yeah.
like because I really was like, okay, they'll be spooky, and I was saying this to like my friend who I was watching it with. I was like, right, this could. I didn't think Charlotte was going to lose, but I thought it would be like if there was going to be like a DQ, it would potentially be something spooky, or I don't know. I just thought there was going to be some sort of shenanigans.
Uh-huh.
So super surprised at lack of spooky, especially when she mauls Lily.
Yeah.
Like literally was, or was it? It was Lily, it wasn't it? It wasn't Charlie.
No, I think
It was
because she did
Lily.
the doll murder to Charlie on Raw. Like she ripped Charlie up. Because I
Okay.
figured
Oh
that
yeah,
Charlie
yeah.
was gonna like even though she ripped her up, I feel like I
She would
thought that
appear.
she was gonna appear like ha ha ha, I'm a zombie doll or whatever. Um,
Mm.
because that's been basically the vibe of this story, right? Has been just spooky shit and the doll shows back up and all that kind of thing. But yeah, Charlotte's like a doll murderer twice over now. She ripped up
This is
Lily.
it. I was
Alexa
like,
tried
I
to foam
just.
at the mouth. The Alka-Seltzer tablet did not work.
But it's like, yeah, because we were literally sitting watching that, and I was like, "What has she got in her tongue?" And like we were just sitting there, and I was like, "Well, it looks like she was doing that kind of like when you go to church, you're like,
Uh-huh.
your body of Christ,
Like
yes,
the
please."
wafer,
Like,
yeah.
like it's like, or what is going on? And then I was like, part of me was like, could that be a thing? Like maybe she's like repenting or something. I don't know, but no, because I mean, maybe that could be where that story goes. But yeah, I was surprised at lack of spooky stuff. I don't really know what's going to happen now because obviously I thought, right, maybe we'll see some spooky on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
No spooky.
No.
So are we just now leaving spooky, which seems stupid when you've got Halloween literally round the corner. Like, let's ramp spooky. Let's go
You would
wild.
think, right? Because I mean, I guess they were saving the spookiness for the like the demon or whatever, like because he had to have heartbeats and then get beaten by a rope breaking. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, it was really strange. Like apparently Alexa Bliss is going to be off TV for a little while. I don't know how long, but the report
Oh well,
yesterday
she's
that
getting
came out.
married actually, isn't
Oh,
she?
is she? Oh, okay, then that makes
Yeah,
sense that she would be
she's
off.
due to get married pretty soon. I'm pretty sure. Um, but yeah, no, I like. It just seems a bit strange because how on earth is she going to come back? Like, or what's? You can't just. That would be the crappiest way to end that gimmick. Like, just to be
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I ripped up your doll. Now you're Alexa Bliss again. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's like that.
like
You're
the
what
doll was
then?
possessing her or something. But like, if the doll's able to possess you, you'd think that it would be impervious to like being ripped up shouldn't kill it because it should be spookier. I don't know. Like the whole thing
Yeah.
is just such a mess because they basically wrote themselves into a corner that they didn't know how to get
Yeah.
out of.
Well, that's
And
it. The minute they got rid of the fiend, they just kind of went. No, sorry, it was the minute that she sat on that box with her big inky crown.
oh
That was the
yeah,
moment
when
that
she
it
was all
all
like
went very.
black
Yeah,
goo
that
Alexa Bliss.
that was the moment where I think they just went, "Crap, what have we done?"
It's like
Like
we don't
so.
know what to do with this at all. A doll maybe?
Exactly.
Sure. Why not?
Exactly. So yeah, I think yeah, I'll be interested to see what happens when she comes back and stuff like that. But really, obviously disappointed the fact that now carrying cross is the spookiest thing on Raw. But like, damn it. But yeah, no, yeah. What did you think? Were you into it? Were you not?
The match actually itself I thought was better than I expected it to be. Like the actual wrestling of the match. I think the lack of spookiness is just off-putting because we're so used to the spookiness, but as far as like working together, I feel like it's one of the better matches that they've had, like wrestling wise. And
Yeah, I
it
see what you
bums me
mean.
out that Alexa is like put in this corner and in this like spooky box basically because it's like,
Mhm.
oh, we could be getting really good wrestling matches and really good stories with her because she's such a talented performer, right? Like even though the
Mhm.
gimmick has been a bit shit, like she's doing everything she can with what she's given. Like she's definitely throwing her entire self into this persona that I don't think necessarily works very well, but she's doing everything she can to make it work. And I think like Charlotte being just kind of like up herself and basically just badass Charlotte or whatever. I think their
Mhm.
dynamic was really fun. So I guess it's one of those like I wish we could have gotten a different version of this because I actually quite liked the match and I quite like the two of them together. But
Mhm.
I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Like if Alexa's off for a while, we could revisit Alexa and Charlotte in not this
Yeah,
scenario
and like
someday, and I would
different
kind
kind
of like
of
to see that.
Yeah, to be fair, I think it's almost like, because let's face it, I hope one day that we can still, or now that we are, the fans are back and stuff like that, I still hope, we can still have good cinematic matches like down the line. So actually, I think the end of like the Alexa Bliss, like this version of her,
Mm-hmm.
like that would have been so good as a cinematic match. Plus, as well,
Yeah.
like how fun would it have been to see like a female like big cinematic match? Like I
Like a
think that
playground
could have
match
been
or something like that, where they would just
totally.
like make it really bonkers.
Exactly, and I think it would give like obviously the way they film the cinematic matches, I actually think it would give the women something really good to work off of. I think there's so many like actually really good like actors, put it
Mm-hmm.
that way, like in this, and I think that that could have been something really really fun for a lot of like the female characters to do, like, and to end it. So just to tear up a doll just seems like almost crapping on that whole thing.
Like
I don't
it's
know.
fizzling out, just like her Alka-Seltzer tablet. It's just
Yeah.
like, ugh,
Well, actually,
okay.
yeah.
Maybe that is the most fitting way to end it. It's just kind of like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It is.
If they can get something better for her to do when she comes back, then I'll accept this being a bit of a like a shit ending. Like as long as she can be doing something interesting when she comes back.